Okay, so given yung pros and cons that you guys just elaborated on, should there be a season 2 to the book?
Yes.
And why? Or why not?
Miguel.
Yeah, so for me, I think if they're willing to face the whole past of his father and his connection to that, I'd be fine with it. But I do think that the way that the shows are structured now, that we got 2 episodes essentially of The Mandalorian within the Book of Boba Fett, means that the title of the show isn't as restrictive anymore. We will be seeing these characters popping up in different shows. So I don't feel the need for a season 2. I can still get some of Boba's story when we see him in The Mandalorian or season 3, or we see him in wherever, because people still know what's happening in his life. And that's why I'm not sure if a second season is necessarily what I feel we need for the character.
I have to agree. I think they're following the same way they've built the other universes. This Mandoverse is basically just going to be trying to develop a like do a Black Panther movie one. But when you pull him to join like the big ass Avenger movie, he's got enough gravitas, and most people, fans or new fans, would know what he brings to the table, and I think that's what the purpose of this episode was. This series was. So I think it's enough as far as introducing who he is, and then what his motivations are, kahit mababaw lang, or what he can do and what he cannot do, etc., and who his allies are. I think that achieves that purpose. So you can now pull him in with season 3 of The Mandalorian, even maybe the other series. I think I think the fans have been burned by this show to the point that
I agree.
getting an extension of this with the same storyline, even if it's a different storyline, this just leaves a bad taste in most fans' mouth, because it's not the same character. It's so far off from the character that people were expecting. So the adventures didn't stick. So I think I don't think they're gonna get it right a second time. And even then, I'd probably pay to see other characters get developed more. I mean, it's such a big universe, right? There's so many there's so many characters that they can develop.
Characters they can explore.
And that's why I'm excited for the next upcoming series, and that's why I think they should spend more. They should spend the money on other characters instead of spending it on season 2 of Boba Fett.
Yep. Jumping off from what Mark said, I think it's time for us to move on. They've shot their shot, and there's not really much more to explore. They've met the hell out of Tatooine at this point, and I think there's, like Mark said, this show left a bad taste in people's mouths. So I think it's really just, at this point, you just really need to move on and go to the next character.